So this is the question which was asked in JEE Mains April attempt right now, and let us see how to solve it. So this is a very simple question. Some kind of a relation is given to us, and then we have been asked to calculate the minimum number of elements which are required to be added in the relation to make it a transitive relation. So if we know what is a transitive relation, it is, suppose a comma b belongs to R, means it is an element of a relation, and b comma c belongs to R. If both of these conditions are there, then if a comma c belongs to R, it means the relation is transitive. This is what it means कि अगर a comma b belong कर रहा है R में और b comma c belong कर रहा है, तो a comma c should also belong to that relation, and if it does, then it is called a transitive relation. So let us see what is the condition given. Log base e x plus y is less than equal to 2, so which means x plus y is less than equal to e raised to the power 2. दोनों तरफ positive numbers हैं, so we can easily do this. X and y both are natural number, both belongs to the set of natural numbers, so we can do this. And now comes the most interesting part. See, of course we know e is equal to 2.7183, and any day we can calculate the value of e square. But the thing that makes all the difference is that whether we know this already or not. So there are few common things which I think every JEE aspirant should know, and these are very these things seem very insignificant, but if you know these things, it becomes really, it becomes really easy for you to do these things in examination. And that is, like, we know, everyone knows the value of e, but do you know the value of e square, like, quickly? That is, we assume that okay, so e is somewhere around 3, so e square will be less than 9. No, not that, like, exactly, it's around like 7 point something like that. So when you know these things, it stands out. Then 1 by e, pi is 3.14, okay, but do you know the value of pi square? Like, it is around 10, so you can remember that it's around 10 because it's 9.87, so it's around 10. Also, the value of 1 divided by pi, this was also used in one physics question I have solved earlier, and if you know the value of 1 by pi at 0.32, it does help you a lot in calculations and all. So these are few things which you should think by yourself, that okay, so these are the few things which I have studied today. So what is the value of pi, what is the value of pi square, what is the value of 1 by pi, what is the value of 1 by pi square, or whatever, like these kind of things you should think on yourself. That will really help you in exam. Like, no one knows what comes in an exam, and it does help you. So x plus y is less than equal to e square, which means x plus y is less than equal to 7.38, so we can say x plus y is less than equal to 7. Now we have to think of how many such x and y are possible. So this is the way you will do it. Let us put x is equal to 1, so y can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When x is 2, y can be 1, 2, 3, means this condition has to be satisfied. So these are the possible cases. Now we have to make sure that this becomes transitive, and for that, how many elements need to be added. So let's check that. So how will we check that? Since we have 6, 1, then we will see we have 1, 1, so 6, 1 should be there. 6, 1 is there, so 1, 2, which means 6, 2 needs to be added in order to make it transitive. And likewise, we will make every possible case in that way. So 6, 1, 1, which means 6, 1 should be there. So, and it is already there, so this does not need to be added. 6, 1 and 1, 2, so 6, 2 needs to be there in order to say that it is transitive, and 6, 2 is not there, so we need to add this, and like that we'll make all these cases. So there are 5 possible pairs which has to be added to make it transitive. Likewise, we have 5, 1, so we will check it with all these cases, and whatever is not there, we will add them. 5, 1 is there, 5, 2 is there, but 5, 3 need to be added to make it transitive. So there are 4 such pairs which need to be added, and like that 5, 2, so 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, and here we have 3 possible cases which need to be added. And you will do this, and you will find that 15 is the answer. So 2 things that you have to make sure is that you have to ignore the pairs which are already present. For example, 5, 1 and 5, 2 are already present, so we don't need to add them. And the next thing you need to make sure is that transitivity can generate the same pair through many different paths. For example, here also we see that 5, 1 and 1, 4 generate 5, 4, and here also 5, 2 and 2, 4 generate 5, 4. So here I have not counted it because it has already been counted here. So the cases which you have already counted, you won't have to count that again. So make that basic thing, keep that basic thing in your mind very clear. So the right answer of this question is 15. So if you are someone who is preparing for JEE 2027 or beyond, you should spend more and more time with good questions and practice as many questions as you can, so that you become comfortable with the different varieties of question that can be asked in the exam. So practice as much as you can,